morning! Today, in the parable of the wedding feast, Jesus tells a story about a king who prepared a wedding banquet for his son. Have you been to a wedding? And the big party afterwards? It's a very important day. What would you do if nobody wanted to come to your wedding banquet or your birthday party? Let's read the story from the Holy Gospel of Jesus Christ according to Matthew chapter 22, verses 1 to 14, and then see if we can figure out why Jesus told this story.
Once there was a king who had a son. The king was very excited because his son was getting married. He decided to throw a big wedding party to celebrate. The king sent out invitations to lots of people, telling them to come to the wedding feast. But something surprising happened. The people who received the invitations didn't want to come to the wedding. Some of them were too busy with their own things, and others just didn't want to go. The king was sad because he wanted his son's wedding to be a joyful celebration. So the king sent his servants to invite anyone they could find. They went out into the streets and invited everyone they met, good people and not so good people. Soon the wedding hall was filled with guests who were excited to celebrate the special day. There was laughter, music, and delicious food. It was a wonderful party. But here's where the story takes a turn. The king noticed one guest who wasn't properly dressed for a wedding. He didn't have on the special clothes that guests were supposed to wear. The king asked him why he didn't have on the right clothes, and the guest didn't have an answer. So the king asked his servants to tie up that guest and send him away from the party because he wasn't ready to be there.
Well, that story took an interesting turn. Can you think why Jesus told this story?
Well, I think that the dad of the guy getting married is like God. And when God invites us to be part of something special like his loving kingdom, we should say yes and be excited to join in. I mean, God invites everyone to be part of his kingdom, right?
Yes, that's a great answer. God's love and his invitation are for everyone, no matter who they are or what they've done.
But wait a minute, then why did the king kick out the guy who didn't have the wedding clothes?
What a good question, and I think I can answer that. When we accept God's invitation, it's important to live in a way that shows we truly belong to him, just like wearing the right clothes to the wedding.
Well, I get that to go to the wedding in that time you had to wear special wedding clothes, but I don't really get how that means God is not happy with us. I thought he wanted us just the way we are.
Well, let's think of the first people who didn't come to the wedding as people who do not accept Jesus' teachings. And at the time, Jesus is really talking about the people in power.
Okay.
Then, God invites us all, the rich, the poor, the kind, the mean, the hardworking, the lazy, all of us. But not everyone is going to follow Jesus. Remember in our last lesson, we learned that you can say the right words, but really counts is doing the right thing.
Oh, I get it. The one he sent out of the wedding because he could not bother getting ready for such an important event. It is like people today who are invited by Jesus, and maybe they say yes, but then they don't want to follow Jesus' teachings and do what's right.
Well done. Just remember, when God invites you to be part of his love and his family, be excited and say yes. And let your actions show that you belong to him.